DIY how to make map cases and navigation accessories. Tools you'll need for this project, full list in the description box. Supplies you'll need for this project, full list in the description box. Once you've downloaded the PDF and printed it out, cut out the maps and the accessories. You should end up with 6 maps and several different navigational accessories. To make these map cases, I've designed the maps to be 2 inches on the short side, so they'll fit in a map case. Make sure that you measure to see which side is the short side, and it will be 2 inches on all the maps. Grab one of your straws and measure 2 3/4 inches. Then cut it. This will be the body of your map case. The map case will be 1/4 inch shorter than the maps. We will now begin to work on the lid for the map cases. For this, you'll need to measure 1/2 inch on the short side. Then for the long side, we'll measure 3 inches. So you will have a piece that is 3 by 1/2 of an inch. Cut this piece out and do it very cleanly, because this will become the lid to the map case. Once you have the lid piece cut out, we're going to start forming the lid. To do this, we will wrap the paper around the straw, and you'll want it pretty tight. Try not to get it too tight that it's hard to remove, but tight enough that it's not going to fall off. Once you have it mostly rolled up, apply tape or glue. In this case, I'm using a glue stick to secure the lid. Allow the glue stick some time to dry, and then you'll see that it has formed a lid. To finish this, we'll take a scrap piece of paper and apply glue to one of the bottom edges of the body of the map case. Try not to use too much glue, just enough to cover the end. And this will go down onto the scrap piece of paper. Apply glue to your lid, and then stick this to the scrap piece of paper. I used the jumbo paper straw and made another one. Now we're going to cut these out. Carefully cut around the bottom edge of the lid, cutting off the scrap paper and just leaving a small portion. Try not to cut too deep into the paper because you might make a hole, so do this slowly. Now that we've cut off the extra paper, we have a lid that will fit onto the body of our map case. Pretty easy to make, and you could probably make several of these in just a few minutes. Using a wood dowel, start rolling the map up on the short side. Roll it up as tight as you can get it. Just enough to give it a curl so you could slip it off the dowel and roll it up the rest of the way by hand, a little tighter. Once you have the map rolled up, you could fit it into the map case and put the lid on. If you want to, you can make the lid a fraction of an inch, a little bit longer, so it stays on better. But it seems like it works pretty well for me. Now I cut out one of the map labels from the labels here. I created several different shapes and sizes and different fonts. You could probably print out your own map labels if you want. Now apply some glue to the back of the map label and carefully attach it to your map case. You'll have to apply some pressure to get the glue to start sticking, and maybe hold it there for a few minutes and let it dry. There you go. We've completed a map case. You could also paint these any color you want. This one I painted red, and I hand wrote maps on it. My handwriting's not the best, but if you have nice enough handwriting, you could probably make some better. These are fun and easy to make, and you could make several of them at a time to have different maps for different adventure scenarios. Working on some of the accessories. Apply glue to the compasses, and I'm attach them to either a piece of cardstock or another piece of paper. I'm using cardstock here. Now you could carefully cut these out. I made this thing. It's a navigational aid. I wasn't too pleased with it, but I went ahead and just left it on the download. So we have two ruler, navigational aid, and two different compasses. Some of the button compasses you could attach to the lid of the map case. I think it looks pretty cool. You could make these map cases different sizes if you find other maps on the internet, and download and print them off. These are really easy to make with these paper straws. Let's start working on the compass. There's a part of this compass that has a small circle. These compasses usually have, a magnifying glass. So if you use a 1/8 inch hole punch, you could hole punch that section out to create your magnifying lens. Now that we have that cut out, we're going to stick it to some clear tape. And this is small enough I could just fold the tape over and cover both sides, and then cut it out. that hole that we punched in it has a small clear film over it, which could be the magnifying glass. Punch a small hole into the top of the compass using your awl. Make it big enough where you could get a string through. I'm using this silver covered string, pushing it through the hole, and I'll tie it off. And this could go around the neck of one of our navigators. I think it looks cool. All button compasses are small enough to fit in a pocket. No navigation accessories are complete without a pencil or a pen, so we'll create one by covering the end of the toothpick with some black ink from the Sharpie marker. And we'll use a different Sharpie to start making the body to the pencil. You'll want to leave just a little bit of wood color up towards the front to make it look like it has been sharpened. And you can make these pencils any length you want. They're really easy to make. Of your pencil at the desired length, use a wire cutter or scissors to cut it off. Back with your Sharpie marker to cover the spot that you had just cut off. You can make several different of these pencils in different colors. They're easy to make. And these button compasses to be small enough to fit in a hole punch, 1/4-inch hole punch. If you glue the small buttons to a cardstock and then a silver piece of card foil, I got that one off of toothpaste, you could punch this out and you'll have a compass on one side and then a small signaling mirror on the other. These are small enough to fit in a pocket or even the lid of the map case. It's a great place to store it. And it doesn't interfere with the map. You could also print out these larger compasses to have them as a desktop compass, or maybe just a large compass to fit in a day pack or backpack. These small containers are from motion sickness tablets. I thought they made really cool map cases, large map cases. I glued a ribbon on it to create a shoulder strap, and the lid locks down, and this could hold quite a few stuff, several maps, and other accessories. The rulers you could glue to a piece of paperboard, give them a little bit more strength, or even a piece of wood. Another idea with this compass is to attach a small signaling mirror on the back of it. To give it more depth, you could take one of the button compasses and glue it to the front where the compass is, and that'll create a little bit more depth to the compass. I think it looks more realistic like that, but you could do this however you want. You could take a small button or a hole punch of the button compass and a piece of that foil cardstock and create a compass necklace by gluing the string between it. You could fit several maps in these little motion sickness tablet containers. These containers come in different sizes. This is also from an e-cigarette, I believe. A friend gave it to me and I decided to turn it into a map case, because you could measure the map up to it and make sure it sticks out of the case enough to where you could pull the map out. All you have to do is just carefully roll up the map and then fit it into the case. Easy enough. I think these make great little map cases or larger map cases. Even navigational tools can fit in them. If you pull the label off and it leaves some sticky behind, you could use some goof off stuff to remove that sticky film. Hope you enjoyed this. Enjoy making map cases, maps, and map accessories. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my videos, please consider subscribing. Follow me on social media. Want to help support this channel? Become a Patreon member. Until next time, don't forget to collect, inspire, and create.